Good afternoon. Just coming to hit you with a daily PSA, you know what I'm saying? Work on your chakras. First off, uh, praise God, you know. I was walking to the store and I was like, I hope I have enough money for a black and mild. And guess what I found on the ground? $1. Guess what I got? A black and mild. You know? Won't he do it? Nah, for real though. Like, it's the little things you gotta be like grateful for. And I mean that. Like, everything was taken from me, but and yeah, I get fucking pissed off a little bit because it was not fair, but God always made a way. There was always something to fit the need whenever required, you know what I'm saying? And I was just grateful for that. We gotta deal with shit sometimes. It is what it is. But yeah. I remember one time I wanted a knife. And I was a dollar short. So I left. Got back in the car and I was driving. I was like, man, all I need was $1. And I don't really even like find dollars on the ground. Since I don't walk no more. I was driving, of course. And so then when I got back to the crib and I got out the car, guess who was on the ground? $1. I went back to the store the next day, and the guy had like profiled me or whatever. This is back when I was helping mail, so I was, pouring so much goddamn shit into her, thinking that she would, fucking like get to a point where she was stable, you know. I mean, the shit was. I just saw what the type of people she had around her, and I was like, shit, fuck it. If they ain't gonna believe in you, I believe in you. You know what I'm saying? But I think that shit was so goddamn rooted in her. Like, won't shit I could do if she didn't believe in herself. So, I mean, it is what it is. Besides that, fucking so I hadn't fucking been to the gym, and I was taking care of her two goddamn kids that she wasn't even fucking grateful for. Ridiculous. But they needed somebody to fucking feed them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know if like it got to a point where I was like, I don't even know if she could really take care of her kids without dealing with her fucking issues. And that's why before I left, I was adamant about her like starting to fucking deal with her goddamn issues. Cause I was like, I already saw the future. I was like, I was the one really that was holding everything down. So, like, and I could have, it would have been way more successful if she wasn't fighting me tooth and nail. I don't fucking know. Like, it's just fucking logic, but whatever. So I ain't gonna beat a goddamn dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, but he had profiled me because I won't, you know, in the best condition because I was just worn the fuck out. And like, but I don't steal. He thought I was gonna steal some shit, and I didn't. And then when I came back the next day, he let me look at the knife and take it out of the little case, it's at a gas station or whatever. And I gave it back to him. You know, I was just looking at it, seeing if I wanted it. And the next day I came back, he was like, "Man, I feel bad, bro." Something internally in him was like, I shouldn't have, just assumed, that's what you was gonna do. But, and I had the money and everything. He gave me the knife for free. He's like, I'll pay for it. And I was like, for real, bro? That's cool, man. And I wasn't even mad at him because I was like, I mean, shit, that's what I look like. Fuck it. How am I be mad at you and saying, because niggas do be stealing. Like, that's a reality. I won't even tripping off shit. But, you know what I'm saying? That's how God be blessing you sometimes. And, if you just be grateful in the little things. That's why I don't trip for long. Because sometimes you got to trip out. But, yeah. Like, if I'm good, I'm good. I ain't sweating shit. Because if he gonna take care of me on the little shit, don't it make sense that he gonna take care of the big shit too? Like, yeah, it just makes sense. I'm only the God of little things. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm only the God of big things. Or medium things. No. You know what I'm saying? He's God of it all. So, I be, sometimes I put my foot on the pedal. Sometimes I let off the pedal. And just relax. Because if I ain't stressing and doing and overextending myself, I know he up to something. He gotta be. Even when I was at my lowest point, he's always come in. So he's really the only one I ever had, you know? Him and my daddy. And that's a whole nother fucked up situation because I ain't even like, I had a incorrect image of him when I was younger. Thanks to people. And then it wasn't until he got sick and he died on the stairs. We called the ambulance and shit. He ain't come back to life till the ambulance was right outside. They didn't even touch him. He was dead. He was going down the stairs. He fell. No heartbeat. He was gone. And I ain't want to see my daddy like that. That's why I ain't go to his funeral. But I'm grateful. Cause the image I had of him and shit, it didn't matter. That was my daddy on the stairs and shit. And and so all the other shit ain't matter no more. And so I chose to stick around, spend more time with him and shit. And I got that time to realize who he really was. And to really understand that, for real, he was really the only one I ever had in my back pocket. But it's crazy because he is. I mean, we very similar. You know what I'm saying? Both Tauruses and shit. He was born on the 1st, and I was born on the 8th. And we can care from a distance. Like, we don't always have to see you for you to be on our mind and shit. Cause we really like, we real solo. That's what the alpha in the alphabet comes from. Aleph. It's a bullhead. So Aleph, bull, toys. It's like the it's like the it's like when your father goes to work, right? And if your father works hard, they're gone for a long time. You don't get to see them as much as, say, your mother, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean your father loves you any less, right? So you don't get that initial bond until you're older with fathers, typically. Because now you're more mature, they've settled, the family. Both the mother and the father have settled the family to the point where they don't have to work as much, and then they kind of cultivate you through maturity. But they're not like overbearing. They're like they look to see you succeed. They want to push you into success. They want to prepare you for the world that you're gonna face. And so it's really like that. Like, I had wanted to join the Marines or whatever, and me and my cousin was like going to do that. And he got into a legal issue. Well, we both did. But mine got resolved, and my dad was like, "Well, you an adult. Get up." You know what I'm saying? He took me to the thing. And I was like, I felt like I was betraying my cousin going to the Marines, but I ain't really had no choice. And I was like, fuck it. I mean, what else am I doing? So I went to the Army. Because I felt like, we was going to go to the Marines and shit. Now, you know what I'm saying? Since he can't go, I'll go to the motherfucking Army. And I don't even know how I got on this tangent, bro. Yeah, I guess from a distance. Yeah, we can love from a distance. You don't have to be like right next to us, and that's how I always live my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if I was next to too many people and shit, I realized that like I was like depleting like the efforts of my life, right? So I was like, all right, bet if that's the case, then for the time here that I can't change nothing, I'm gonna give them everything I got, genuinely. But I mean, that's not even correct either. And I will make plans while I'm doing that to leave and do my own thing. That way, like, I'm not like switching up on nobody. I'm not leaving anybody. I'm telling everybody what's about to happen and shit. That's just how it's gonna go and shit. That's really how I do shit. And it's always worked. I've always like progressed exponentially when I did that shit. And that was my formula. Lo and behold, goddamn, it didn't take much for everybody just to believe fucking lies that like had no goddamn validity remotely to my character. That's the crazy part. Like, how would you ever even believe I was that type of person? Because I don't even know how many goddamn lies was even told about me and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know I've always been the nigga to be there for somebody. So when the fuck did it even make sense to like start acting like I want that type of nigga in the first place? But that's I guess that's the power of manipulation and shit. But I had to learn that shit too. That one time where I was judging that dude, because of what somebody else said, and I made his life harder. It wasn't in a bad. It was bad, but I thought I was doing the right thing, right? But I won't, because I was misled. And just like that dude in the at the store, he didn't do nothing outright wrong to me. What I would have did would have been in a setting that it was correct in, like the scenario was correct. I wouldn't have been wrong, right? That just taught me wisdom to investigate further before, and not just believe one side of the story of anything. And I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't come out the womb with that goddamn shit. You know. So, like, I don't fucking like. I really don't fucking judge too harshly about shit, cause I understand shit deeper than motherfuckers really know. It's just that like I get people trying to intercept me or some shit, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like, we all know what the fuck is going on. Why can't you just like come to me and just talk to me like, oh yeah, we both know what's going on. I want to talk to you, or some shit like that. Because otherwise, I'm gonna think you just like any other motherfucker out here that's just trying to like get me caught up in some shit. So I don't know your intentions. You feel me? Wow, basically, we all know what the fuck is going on. So niggas could just be like fucking honest. Cause I'm just done with you. I'm just done with games, man. Like, for real. So sick of that. But yeah, I went on for another goddamn tangent, didn't I? Oh yeah. So I was like, that's what my dad always fucking believed to be a shit. He ain't had to always be directly there. You know what I'm saying? If you ever wanted an image of God, just know God's always there. Let me remind you, he's always there. Because every blessing, even when you didn't believe, even when you didn't have the opportunity to know who or what he was, he gave you every blessing that you've ever had in life. And that's a true fact. You are never far from his mind. And don't think that. I'm going through shit. But I know it's just, it's you know what I'm saying? It's just shit on the ground. You know, it's not like the whole motherfucking earth is just, it's just covered in shit. Even though it may seem like that sometimes. It's not. Because what did I find on the ground? $1 for a black amount. You could judge, be like, oh, he shouldn't be smoking. Fuck you. I got that from God. You know what I'm saying? He's never far. Swear to God. So yeah, work on your chakras. Chakra, right? The internal network of your spiritual body and shit. Chakma, Hebrew for wisdom. Hindu, Hebrew. It's all connected. It's all connected. Just think about it. If you ever feel like unstable and shit, or if you ever feel like you need to regroup, I'm telling you, you go, you meditate on every single chakra in order, or you can also target a specific chakra because you can align them, but you can also like fix whichever one's dysregulated and shit. What I did was I didn't know which one was dysregulated, so I got into the pattern of just aligning all of them until I got into the point where I could pinpoint, oh, it's that chakra that can fix this chakra, this issue. And the crazy thing is, there's one chakra that you cannot fix by yourself. And I didn't understand that until I had to experience it. It's your heart chakra. You can't fix it alone. And that was crazy to me. Because I would always meditate on it. I had a particular way of meditating on it. And so you can regulate it to a point without another individual, but it's designed for multiple people, right? So the part you always work on what you can when you are going without. That's wisdom, point blank. So in turn, that's what I learned I was doing. I was fixing the part that I could not fix without other individuals because they really didn't have nobody, right? And I figured out that, oh shit, I healed my heart chakra. And I lied to you, Doc. This is how I felt. It felt like a surge of energy went into my chest and physically like sewed together my heart. I'm still not like fucking with a lot of people for real. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? The trust issues and the suspicion is very much still there. But when that happened, I became okay. And it was so weird because it was never anything I knew I was lacking. And that astonished me. You know what I'm saying? Because in this physical world, you can see, you can observe the areas of where you lack, and you can make efforts to build upon those, you know, in sequence, right? Until you get somewhere. Um, but it was something that I didn't even know because I loved myself. But that's only half of the tank. If you think of it like a gas tank, it's only half the tank because the chakra is not designed to cut every goddamn body off. And I think that's a really huge lie too many people subscribe to when it comes to love, or because I think everybody got the concept fucked up for real, right? Look at everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even y'all proving the fucking point for me and shit. You know, um, if you don't believe in it, then you manifest that shit, man. And I had to go out on a limb. I had to think about it, and I don't want to call it fear, but I think that's the closest word I can get to it. Maybe weary. Maybe weary. Like a heavy weariness. You know what I'm saying? I stick with that. But I'm so goddamn optimistic sometimes, man. I was just like, if somebody were to make that step to me, wouldn't it not make sense? Because at the end of the day, it's a 50-50. You don't know. So if it's 50-50, but I continue to live my life with, as if the coin is always going to hit tails forever, that's illogical. So I had to logic my way to it, but, you know, as soon as I was like, okay, I'm serious. Like it came from like under, and this energy just surged through my chest and just sewed up my heart. I never felt so fucking balanced. Like I was maintaining. That's the difference between like then and before. I was I was logically and knowing my history of faith, using that just to get by, because I had a love for myself, but that's half the tank. I had the hope before hope was even there to see that tank, is half full instead of half empty, and that set upon the course for my heart chakra to fully like operate in its full capacity. Every other chakra you can do on your own. That's the one you really, if you don't have anybody, because it's very possible to not have anybody, even if they're right in front of you. To at least get that heart chakra running, you have to have faith before the person. You got to believe before the people. You got to trust, and shit'll manifest. So yeah, work on your chakras. You know what I'm saying? Your root, sacral. You know what I'm saying? The sun one. What is that? Fucking the confidence shit. The heart, the throat, the goddamn third eye. Understanding. You can go up above. You know what I'm saying? 8. You know my motherfucking number. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the galactic love chakra. Go above that. I might be skipping one. You have like this something star, solar star, galactic star. I don't fuck. I capped at 8. I like. I. Oh shit. They had burnt all my goddamn books when they fucking burnt my shit down. Fucking burnt my goddamn ID up. Both IDs I had. I already stole my fucking passport. But anyway, I had found one of my goddamn journals and shit. So I was like, oh shit, that's dope. This is back when I was trying to figure out like all the shit, you know what I'm saying? So I put all the houses and shit, tried to fucking figure out all of them. And then I was like, okay, let me, you know what I'm saying, draw them out. I like pictures and shit. Figure things out. Make it simple. Then I was like, all the goddamn crystals and shit. I don't know. I wanted to fucking like write down the crystals and then like what they do and like what they translate as and shit. Then I went like fucking spirit animals and their meanings and shit. Didn't even get the chance. Every goddamn, I had fucking, like, like, it was less than 10 notebooks, but I had some goddamn fucking information, man. But I remember every fucking thing, so it's still here. I just gotta think about it long enough and it'll come back. Fucking, I was gonna do this shit. Like, I was gonna, draw all the goddamn, constellations and shit. Fucking... Then I was gonna pertain it to like myself. This is what I mean by like getting to know your inner self and shit, right? So I was like, I had to learn what the first house was. I don't know if I got it correct. I didn't have enough time to study it. To be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck first house is. But if I put Leo there, then I guess because Leo's my rising sign, so I don't know if that's the first house. I think the first house would be your fucking... I don't know. I might have had it wrong. But that's why I fucking got notes. I would have fucking scratched that bitch out and got it to where it was needed to be and shit. But I was thankful just to find one of the notebooks I had and shit. And then it brought back all the memories of like all the other shit. That's all I was doing. I was just getting closer to like God and the universe. You know what I'm saying? I guess a lot of people separate the two, but for all intents and purposes, they married. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're each other inverted. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just like man, when it go like God body, it's like, you know, oh, you got it. I don't know, the percent of shit, like, the man is God and the woman is earth or whatever. It's like, think about it like that. That's not the full picture, but it's part of it, right? So it's like God, if God was to manifest in the physical realm, his first form would be man, right? He would take it out of the earth. You know, if you think about it as spirit, cosmos. He would take it out of the cosmos, right? Cosmos, the environment, earth, the environment. He would take it out of, because he's manifesting, right? And then once that's done, in his image, he would do the same so that the cosmos can take form, or that the earth can take form. And this is where you would get man and woman, because they're both like one half. They're both whole, but they're both one half of wholeness, while simultaneously being whole. You see what I'm saying? It's just a charge. It's like one is negative, one is positive. It's just a polarity. It's not like it's the same line. It's just the different aspect of the line. You see what I'm saying? And then they then create together as it goes back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And that's just creation. You know what I'm saying? And like I said in a previous video, I believe that fucking there were multiple incarnations of Earth before we got to Genesis. That's just our beginning, because at the end, like, Jesus comes back. There's a 1,000-year reign of Christ. The devil comes back for a little bit, put a stop to him again, and then God takes everybody with him, and what does he do? He creates a new heaven and a new earth. That's the next iteration of Earth. What does Hinduism say? Fucking that we're on like the 7th or 8th iteration of Earth. Like, every goddamn thing makes sense. So all the other deities, all the stories are true. You just got to put it together. And that's the revelation. Like, and if you want to argue with me, argue with me. But I'm telling you, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I want you to. But but yeah. And that energy is not like, it's not like it's gone. I also think of it too as like a, that's where I'm gonna stay with that right there. Because if I get into the other side of it, I may confuse you if I don't like sit down and write it all out and then go over it before I like speak on it. Because again, like nobody's asking me fucking questions in a normal dialogue. That's how shit would go. Like I would talk, people would have questions, or people would have like rebuttals and shit, and I would fill in like gaps of research that I would need to do, or I could actually like expand upon your request and fill in those gaps. But what this has been for a fucking year and some change, it's just me alone just spewing out goddamn information, like, and having to assume what you would ask, which is very taxing on my end, mind you, because I'm making up for people who aren't giving me feedback, yet judging me for no goddamn reason. So I don't know where the sense comes in. You know what I'm saying? But oh well, life is life. But yeah, if anyone would like to open that door to communication, I would not mind it. But I stopped talking to them niggas. Because them niggas, all they would do is just take my information, and I, like, this would be a waste of my goddamn time, because they never, like, incorporate the shit. So obviously they were just taking their fucking information and just, you know, using it as if it was their own. Which, whatever. The truth comes out anyway. The truth is out. Truth is here. The elements of El Elyon. You heard that? You heard that? Hey, let him talk. Let him talk. Confirmation. Anyway, hell yeah. Fucking, yeah, that's it, man. I'm just chilling, bro. I just be bored sometimes. That's it. And when I don't know what to do, I just be doing shit. Like, that's it. Like, life ain't hard. People make shit harder than it has to be. That's the goddamn truth, bro. I swear to God. Y'all niggas. Some of y'all niggas. A lot of y'all niggas. A lot of y'all niggas be making shit way harder than it has to be. Alright, y'all, I'm out, man.